So Flipgrid is this amazing tool that allows you, the teacher, to create a board where you can post different discussion topics via video or directions, as you can see here, and students respond in video responses. So it could be a reflection on learning, it could be explain your thinking, it could be a see, think, wonder, it could be all kinds of different engaging activities that students can do. So the beautiful thing about Flipgrid is that it works on computers, Chromebooks, and iPads. So if you're, you are in a primary classroom, so you don't have a ton of technology available to you, you have some options. You can have a grid like this and then just have students record their responses on your laptop. You could have Flipgrid installed on your iPads, and then students and centers could respond, or as a whole class, you guys can jump into public grids, which is what I really want to focus on, which are an opportunity for you to kind of do these activities with students and make kind of all of these virtual connections, take field trips, have conversations with experts, and do it as a whole class or even in small groups, and not have to do a ton of work on your end in terms of setting up a grid. So what I've done here is I've pulled up, Flipgrid has what's called an Explorer series, and in October they launched the Explorer series on nature. I've sent it out a few times to the buildings that I've worked with, but it's a really cool opportunity for students to travel around the world with an Explorer from Flipgrid and learn about adaptations in animals and environments and all different kinds of topics. And they don't just do it for explorers, they do it for all different kinds of things. So this year's Flipgrid series is on nature, and it's this explorer Laura Goetz, who's in Panama. And I know that it's already the middle of November, and this video is lower in the class structure, but you can tune into this grid at any point, or just know that they're there because they're going to post a new one next month, and they're going to do all kinds of awesome activities. And I actually follow their blog and send them out because I think it's awesome. So this is just kind of like an overview, and I'll post this link in the classroom for you, but this is an overview of what the Explorer series is. And then this is Laura's actual grid. So this is what a grid looks like. You have a cover photo, and inside the grid, there's individual topics that students can come into and answer questions. So you'll see that there are 543 kids that have tuned into this grid since October 30th and have answered some of these questions. So then if you're jumping into a public grid, which is what we're doing right now, you just watch the videos and then students respond. So I'll just show you what this looks like. So Laura introduces herself in this one. So she introduces herself. I'm not going to make you watch the whole video. You can do that on your own time as part of this task. But then she says, along with her exploration, in addition to checking out Laura's videos from the week featured, hop over to week 2 discovery and share your findings. So you'll see that there's 15 video responses. So if you wanted to respond to this as a class because you guys were participating, or if you wanted individual students to respond, you could click in here and respond. This is actually Laura's adventure journal. And so inside this one, she actually froze this topic and is just posting videos on individual, different parts of nature in Panama. So you'll see, so you can come into all of these individual videos where she kind of explores some different corals and shows you different aspects of Panama. I'll just pull up one of these. It's really cool. So she's giving you guys information, and you could talk about all of those kind of words and that conversation around that habitat. And so then on each video inside a grid, you can like it. You can say, wow, that's really interesting. It made me think about something. It's out of this world, or it's cool. I think that that's what those emojis mean, but say that I'm good on my assumption there. So I'm just going to go back to the nature. And so to jump into someone's grid, so here's her discovery grid this week. Share your discovery here. So the idea is that they're supposed to explore nature in their backyard, and then they should share a discovery here. And so if they come into this grid, you can watch Laura's video. I'm just going to actually jump into this individual topic. You'll see student responses. And so this individual student, Tanner, adorable, right? So cute. So as a class, if you guys wanted to respond and say, okay, well, we went outside and we discovered this, or you wanted individual students, you just click on the plus sign. You say allow. You're going to see me now. Hi. Oh, hold on. It's early. And so you click on the plus sign. You'll see here, you get a sticky note, and this is just for you. This is new feature, like last month-ish. You get a sticky note where you can like take notes or give yourself ideas of what you're going to record on. You can record a live video. So this is what I'm doing right here. And then you can also upload a video. So if you recorded it maybe on your phone while you were outside with kids, and then you uploaded it, you could do that as well. So it's really cool. You record your video, you take a selfie after you're done, and then you add some stickies. But that's pretty much how it works. So the idea behind using this task as an opportunity for you guys to explore some grids that already exist that you can just jump into and really have students kind of interact and take advantage of this really amazing video response tool. So in the spirit of already made grids, Jen Roberts found this one and was sharing it with me yesterday in her classroom. So it's Global Read Aloud Month. And so this particular one is on the wild robot. And so there's individual weeks posted in here for each one of the chapters in the book. So if you scroll down here, so chapter 1 to 19, record a response answering the following questions. What was your favorite part of the story for week 1? How has Roz changed so far? Prediction, what do you think will be happening during week 2? So cool. I have some teachers over in Merton Williams who've actually created their own grid and are doing Global Read Aloud with another class that they've connected with using Skype and other tools that we're going to cover as well in this inquiry unit to make these kind of connections. But it's a really cool way for students to participate in something that's bigger than your classroom. And to jump into somebody else's grid takes no work, because you just find a grid you want to do and you guys can jump in as a whole class, or you can do individual student responses as well, using the tools either on the computer or in the on the iPad, sorry. So that's just an overview of Flipgrid. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can sign into Flipgrid, and then how you can actually find already made grids like this and like the nature grid that you guys can just participate in and that align with things that you're doing in class.